Hello and welcome back to Shaw's Year in Review programming. I'm Simon Hiatt. Today on the set of Strip Down. I feel pretty privileged to be right here. Look at this beautiful environment. Of course, joined by the host of Strip Down, Mr. Curtis Anderson.
You should have a guitar if you're going to sit in this chair, Simon.
I should, but that would be bad.
Can't you sing songs about baseball or something?
I could,
yeah,
but I won't.
Coach, I'm ready to play. Sorry.
That was good. Hey, look, there's a couple people over on that couch. What's going on over there, Curtis?
Well, Simon, let me introduce you to Strip Down's I'll say it right now because no one else showed up, our best volunteer, Brynn Krysa.
What's up with the rest of those losers, though, that didn't come?
They're actually all out of town, pretty much.
Okay.
Or they just block their calls.
Yeah.
And, of course, director Neufeld. I'm excited, Simon. Let's talk Strip Down.
Let's take a look
today.
back at the year in Strip Down right here on Shaw TV. What an amazing year. Of course, a big milestone for you guys. You guys hit episode 50. And man, oh man, you didn't let that go by quietly. You did episode 50 upright.
Well, we have the greatest volunteers in the history of television. And what a better way to give back to the volunteers than let the volunteers band perform on Strip Down. That led to a few complications, such as when you take the crew and put them on set, you no longer have a crew, so we had to bring in other people, and we went 90 minutes instead of the usual 60, and it really was a celebration of the building of the show, the volunteers, because Brynn Krysa, Jennifer Juba, and Adan Lemoose, all usually in studio or on camera, were part of a band, that band being
Pirate Fridays.
Did you ever think Pirate Fridays would actually perform on Strip Down? Because when you guys first joined Strip Down as volunteers back in like February 2008, your band was pretty new. Did you ever think one day you'd be in front of the camera? What was it like, that transition?
I didn't ever really think it'd happen. I mean, I was thinking, maybe someday we could, because it would just make sense. And then it did happen. It was weird not having like the headset and having Jay's voice in your ear the whole time, and you actually could think.
I'm surprised even when the show's not going
Play faster,
Yeah,
look left, look right.
Get rid
Bob
of Jay's
your
voice
head.
in your head. Jay, looking back at episode 50, it was a challenge to get there, because we started working on episode 50 about episode like 35. We started putting together stuff. We did stuff on location. Laura and I went shopping. We did put together a Pirate Fridays music video with all the live footage we've shot. It was a fun time.
Oh yeah, it was momentous. I mean, seriously, 50 shows. For a local show, for any show, to make it 50s, it's difficult.
I remember after the last song, an hour and a half later, I crawled up on the truss and I clapped along.
And you couldn't get down.
And then I couldn't get down, but it's okay, because there was just this weird moment of clarity where after everybody left, I was just sitting up there by myself going, man, we did it. We actually did this. I think that was probably the biggest in-studio production this place has ever seen. We had like 20 to 25 people either on stage, in the crew. We had someone working boom mic that night.
Oh yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
The night before, I took down every light in here, cleaned it, and put them all up, rock stage style. Every single light we had, I put some color in it and threw it on there, and it was...
Anybody who wasn't in the band got interviewed. Even Catherine Morlock, one of our original volunteers who could no longer come, came back a year later, and we interviewed her. Brynn, let's leave this in your capable hands. Out of all the songs Pirate Fridays performed that night, we'll let you pick the best one. Obviously, my favorite song is Money But Music, but again, you guys have been playing that for so long, maybe you want to take this opportunity to highlight another less played song than Money But Music, which you can check out on myspace.com/Pirate Fridays.
Nice. Well, it was also, it was our first night being on TV, and it was also our first night debuting one of our new songs called Monsters. So I thought it'd be fitting to, play the clip of that song.
All right, you want to see a roll clip? Do Simon Hiatt's job. Someone's got to. Say roll clip.
Roll clip.
I checked out like an hour ago.
Check your closet, because they usually hide in there. Better watch out for their tails. Always looking for the easy way out. Something slides beneath those scales. those floorboards are not that strong anymore. After years of abuse, they can't take much more pressure from your roars and stomping shoes.
Halloween, I was trying to sleep on a bit of caffeine. Heard Nick knock on my window screen. It was a mean green monster machine. Ripped up my spleen, sucked my blood clean. Good thing it was only a dream.
So sad. You gotta face them one day. Just because you close your eyes.
Shaw TV brings you complete coverage of the 42nd Annual Bedford Road Invitational Basketball Tournament. Tune in Sunday, January 10th at noon for the third place final and final games. Only on Shaw TV.
Championship Curling is live on Shaw. Catch the semifinal of the 2010 Scotties Tournament of Hearts of BC live from Penticton. Tune in Saturday, January 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific to see the women battle it out for the BC crown.
Shaw TV brings you complete coverage of the 42nd Annual Bedford Road Invitational Tournament. Tune in throughout the week beginning January 9th at 5:30 p.m. for highlights from the 2010 Brit Cheerleading Competition. Only on Shaw TV.
That was awesome.
Wow! Monsters by Pirate Friday.
They are.
Did you notice the bassist in the back just giving her?
Yeah.
That's Brynn Krysa right there.
Third season, stripped down. It's pretty impressive.
It's hard to do this, Simon, because like all the other segments kind of go from year to year.
Yeah.
Where Stripped Down has like a season.
Yeah.
We take the summer off.
You're like a
and we
real
come back.
TV show.
Yeah, well,
In that one regard.
in that one regard, yeah.
That's what we like to say.
So we took the summer off, Simon, and then we geared up. I mean, how do you come back from episode 50, right? How do you can't. How do you follow that?
Yeah.
Massive.
So what did we do? We did 2 hours, right? We had Volcanoless in Canada, one of Saskatoon's biggest bands, back
Absolutely.
in the studio. But before that, it was really cool. We went on location, did we not, Jay?
We did indeed.
This is another thing, another idea I came up with and said, Jay, we could probably make that work, hey? And then I had some coffee, and Jay was out there covering windows. And where were we, Jay?
We were at the Half Evil Tattoo Shop, and it was a tattoo shop, so a little difficult to shoot in because they had stuff on the walls and whatnot. But we fixed it.
Quadrant
We made it
Con?
better. Quadrant Con. Oh yes.
He came in and he played a set. Because again, Quadrant Con, we really wanted to have him on the show, but he's kind of just a dude in front of a keyboard,
Right.
Simon. So I mean, not that visual. So we needed to come up with something else to keep the viewers engaged. Because his music is awesome, but again, you can only have so many shots of like hands on a keyboard, right?
Yeah.
So he came up with this crazy idea where I'd get the logo tattooed on my leg
Yes.
on live
Actual-
television.
In reality, being tattooed, we strung up a camera so you could see it happening. But yeah, dude's got a tattoo of
Yeah.
the show logo permanently on his leg.
It
Yeah, you
wasn't
wanna see
magic
it?
markers.
It's cool. It's cool,
Oh,
guys.
geez.
It's cool.
No,
It's cool.
It's all good.
Oh, geez.
This happens a lot, actually.
Wow.
We're used to it by now.
I actually wore my.
This feels like our Tuesday morning meetings. More
There
and
it
more.
is.
Wow.
There it is.
You get that?
Look at that.
There's the stripped down tattoo. Let's turn that way. There you go. All right.
Become very unpleasant very quickly. I think we should go to a clip from that show, the one that kicked off the season there in the tattoo parlor. Here's a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Quadrant Con.
hope this is done. That turned out to be a little more painful than I thought. What was that last song, sir? That was awesome.
You know, I actually just made it and haven't even found a name for it yet. It's nameless.
All right. One of the things that really
was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
One of the things that always amazes me, watching sort of from my removed position, watching the show being put together each and every week, the diversity that we have here in Saskatchewan. I mean, you get a little bit of everything. The next guy we're going to talk about is, well, it doesn't make sense to say he's the most diverse, but he was different from what you might think of mainstream music in Saskatchewan.
He really was kind of an oddity episode.
Yeah.
Out of town, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
Way
It's not from around these parts, this guy.
Yeah.
But we were lucky enough to get him on the show, and it really was one of the easily the funnest episodes. Again, I love telling this story. Every once in a while, I'll go and I'll check in the control room during a song to make sure everything's going smooth. And I walked in, and there was Jay, and actually Brynn was switching that episode, and 2 other volunteers, and they were kind of piled on top of each other. And it was like, you know, in the comic books, when there's like someone fighting and there's a cloud of smoke with kind of arms
you
and
just
legs
see like
coming
a
out of it.
shoe and things.
That's
flying
what it
around,
was.
yeah.
It was just people mashing the switcher, and it was chaos, and the show looked great. But Wilbur had such high energy, you had to take a cut about every half second.
Yeah, it was an amazing.
What do you remember,
episode.
Brynn? Wilbur?
It was all just a blur. Yeah, it's just pretty much hitting all the buttons at once, flicking the lights.
I think we all lost about 5 pounds that episode. It was intense.
But hilarious, seriously. We don't usually do like the wipes, but we were doing wipes. The switcher's got this lever, like an automatic transmission, this bang, bang, bang. And it was, seriously, it was like bang, 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 bang. And we're just like, everybody had their hands in the big control pile, and we're just,
I've never seen bigger smiles on the crew's faces than that night. It was just a great episode. I mean, there was so much. We were cooking at one point. He was showing Jen how to play cricket, which was one of the funnier segments we've done. It spiraled up for once.
Yeah, it's tough to watch this show and not smile. So let's take a quick look at a scene from Wilbur's episode.
Hit record on your PVR right now.
வெரி குட் இது வந்து என் வெப்சைட் பத்தி ஒரு பாட்டு இந்த பாட்டு பேர் வந்து www.wilbur.asia wilbur.asia 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 very good come on very good It's a very big place. If you type in this address, you will see my face. I have made this website so you can understand many cultural traditions from my land. www.wilbur.asia 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 Very good. Come on. Very good. You can learn about the different countries in the field trip. You can hear super music if you click the hot hit. You can learn about the cricket report. Super call solution has much more. www.wilbur.asia 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 Very good. Come on. Very good. Wilbur.asia 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 Come on. Wilbur.asia Wilbur.asia Come on. Wilbur.asia Wilbur.asia La 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 come on la 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 very good, very good. Come on, come on. Very good, very good. www.wilbur.asia 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 la 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 This is a very good Chinese violin.
Chinese violin. Very good. It's first class. WW. Thank you very much.
He just collapsed.
I'll call 911.
He isn't breathing.
Do you know CPR?
I think you're supposed to push down on his chest. I don't know for sure.
Does anyone here know CPR?
I called 911.
He's not breathing. Somebody help him. Somebody help. Doesn't anyone here know CPR? Please tell me.
Does anybody know CPR?
Do you know CPR?
It only takes a few hours to learn CPR. A few hours of your time to help save someone's life. Learn CPR. Call the Heart and Stroke Foundation at 1-888-HSF-INFO or visit heartandstroke.sk.ca.
Shaw, a proud sponsor of the Bobsleigh Canada Skeleton Team.
Of course, each and every day.
That was awesome. That was really awesome. I love that.
What the heck? Each and every day here on Shaw TV, we deal with local community groups. We have some that we work with quite regularly. Of course, one of those would be Saskatoon
I think
SPCA.
so. I think it's a segue.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Saskatoon SPCA, our good friend Trisha McCauley. Each and every year, of course, we do the chili cook-off with Trisha. We interview her several times. We actually brought her in studio for an episode, talk a little bit about the Halloween episode, Curtis Anderson.
Well, we did have Trisha McCauley from the SPCA in for the Halloween episode with Doll Talk and Ransom, but that's not the Halloween episode I wanted to talk about, Simon Hiatt. The following week, after we did that 5-star episode with Trisha McCauley from the SPCA and Doll Talk and Ransom, we found out there is actually a Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan. Simon Hiatt. Everybody knows Crystal Lake is the fictitious lake from the Friday the 13th franchise where Jason Voorhees comes and kills some teenagers each and every summer. Found out there's a Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan. So what do you do? What do you do, Jay?
Well, you pack up a couple of vans and you go there.
And you take some teenagers there. And you make an hour of TV from the shores of Camp Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan. It was cold, Jay.
Yeah, you actually got in the water.
I did at the end.
Deep in the water.
Yes. It was cold, Simon.
I believe it.
I got up to my neck and panic started setting in, and I started seeing white. And I thought maybe it's not worth it to go all the way under. I've never been that cold in my life. It was a cold night. And again, a full day of setup, 3.5-hour drive. Unpacked everything. We had generators. Tell me about the setup, Jay.
Well, a lot of people said that why don't you just go in front of like a lake or something and just tell people it's Crystal Lake, but that is not our way.
That'd be lying to the people.
Way. We had a generator. We built some torches out on the lake, which is exciting because I've never built torches out on a lake before. But we figure it's pretty safe because there's water everywhere, right? But it was cold. It rained the entire way there. It stopped raining for just the amount of time when we were shooting, and it
rained again exactly
as soon as we were done. Afterwards. So we were kind of lucky there, and and nobody died. There was a point where Sal Accardo, Sal's not on the show. He's in Ottawa right now, but he was actually we had this guy that sort of a local, and
he wanted to help us with the show.
So we'd like a fire pit. It'd look good with a fire pit. So we say, well, I need some help to get the fire pit. I'm just gonna need need one of you. Just one of you.
So poor Sal loads up in this truck with him, and they drive away. And we were pretty sure that was it for Sal
Yeah,
Ricardo.
pretty much. Yeah, we thought that's number one.
Yeah, there we go. And it worked amazingly. For the
Yeah, it
first
looked
half
great.
hour, we had a full moon.
Wow.
Old Joe and the Truth Hurts. Huge props to them. I mean, they were in Edmonton the night before. They drove straight through to Crystal Lake. It was like 9 hours, just so they could sit with their feet in the cold water in the October lake water.
Yeah, that was
and
it.
play. And it was funny. As soon as we went to break, we'd be like, break! And then they'd run and they'd try to warm their frozen fingers by the fire just so they could keep strumming again. It was crazy. You know, it's one of those things that I look back and I'm like, why did we do it? And then I watched the footage and I was like, awesome.
That's why.
That is why we did it.
Yeah.
That's why we do stuff like this. Should we go to a clip, Simon?
Let's go to a clip.
You are watching the Stripped Down Halloween Special 2009 live from the shores of Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan. And tonight on Stripped Down, ladies and gentlemen, Old Joe and the Truth Hurts.
Brynn, what's it like? I want to get the volunteer
That was
perspective.
awesome.
That was awesome.
That Crystal. That was awesome.
Yeah. Looked cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brynn, volunteering on Stripped Down. We hear from these guys all the time about what it's like working on the show. What's it like from the volunteer perspective?
It is a lot of fun. I don't know, working with all your friends and these guys here and learning how to operate all this equipment. It's a really good learning experience.
Good stuff. You brought in, it's a lot of very young people with a lot of energy.
They started young, they're not so young
The
anymore.
show has aged them.
No, it's just, I don't know.
We've all grown together.
Yes.
We really have.
Learned
We
a
didn't
lot.
make TV. TV made us. No, honestly, I've never worked with a better group, a better team than what I have on Stripped Down. I'm honestly saying that. I'm not trying to be, it's not going anywhere sarcastic. You know, everybody comes in with a similar goal. There just doesn't seem to be any ego, which is weird. Again, you know, we started, you guys were what, like 16, 17? It's been 2 years. We've done 68 hours, and that's, you know, you have to pad each hour with like an hour and a half before and an hour after each episode. I mean, that's a lot of time spent together, and I've never had more fun in any professional aspect of my life. I look forward to the show every week and look forward to seeing the crew, and it just, I don't know, each week's an adventure. Even when we have just kind of like one guy on a guitar episode, we find some way of making it fun. We find some way of making it unique, and, you know, everybody brings their own ideas. Brynn starts, you know, using negative space, and just because I can't explain negative space doesn't mean it's not cool. But you know, it's an adventure every week, Simon. I really enjoy doing it.
All right, the next show we want to take a look at featured sheepdogs. Tell me a little bit about them.
Sheepdogs. I think that was the most the closest I've ever got to, like, or in the middle of one of the songs, I was like, hey, wait a second, I'm directing a segment on The Muppet Show. And that's sort of been a career ambition with these guys. They're all shaggy and furry, and we had this like a forest in the studio. I think right in the middle of the song, I was like, this is the Muppet Show. I'm directing the Muppet Show, and I couldn't have been happier. So that was a big revelation for me, and yeah, it was one of those things where people come in, they have this idea, hey, you know what, we're going to wear our winter jackets and hats, and we're going to put plants all over, and we're like, yep, we are, let's go.
Let's do it.
Those always end up being the fun ones.
What do you remember, Brynn? Sheepdogs?
It was great music, great show.
You were switching back and forth with Jen for Cameron switching that episode, weren't you? I believe so.
I'm surprised you remember that.
I remember everything. It's like a vault.
Steel trap up there.
So how do you keep it new and interesting every week, Brynn? What keeps you coming back? I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Wow. I don't know, just feel comfortable trying new things here with either the camera or switching, and Jay always throws out ideas, and everyone's open for new things here, so it's pretty easy.
Sweet.
And there's pizza.
There's pizza
at the end of the night. But before the pizza, there was the sheepdogs. Let's take a look at a clip from that show. There it is. The year in Strip Down, 2009. What a year, you guys.
Can I say something for a second?
What do you have to say over there, Jay?
That was awesome. That was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Jay.
Where's your toque, Jay?
It's back there somewhere.
It's
I think
crew
cat
toque
peed
day.
on it.
Yeah.
Jay just got his hair cut, just especially for the show. So
toque, yeah.
You don't want to cover that up. Yeah, exactly. 2009, Strip Down. Great year for you guys. Heading, of course, into 2010.
And the middle of season 3.
Middle of season 3. What's coming our way, Strip Down wise?
Well, when you look back, Simon Hiatt, it's really hard to believe we did over 40 episodes in 2009. I mean, name one other show, locally produced or any show, that does over 40 episodes in 1 year. It just doesn't happen.
No.
Beachcombers didn't do it. Littlest Hobo didn't do it. I mean, name off all your Canadian television.
Corner Gas?
didn't
No.
do it. Nobody does it.
King
we
of
do it.
Kensington? No. Anyone remembers King of Kensington?
No.
Come on.
But seriously, who else? I mean, we have given like 60 some local bands.
Yep.
Given them an hour of time, given them a hell of a crew. Like we're shooting, about a music video every 6 minutes, sort of thing. You won't find better cameras people except on like major touring productions. We've got a local crew that's amazing, bands that keep coming on. It's just
even then. I mean, Jay and I went to Coldplay in Edmonton together, and we were watching the in-house production, and we were like, yeah, Brynn and Jen would have totally made that transition better. We're like critiquing the Coldplay crew for the video wall. We won Best Media Show of 2008, Simon Hiatt, and it's rumor now, but I think we're actually going to win Best Show Media Show 2009 too.
Wow.
So check
Back to back.
the SaskTop30.com. I'm not supposed to say anything yet, but by the time it airs, it'll be.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
that's pretty cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we start putting like trophies on the top of the truss there?
We really should.
We
Things
should.
coming up in 2009. It's been cool.
Yeah.
We've almost become like a venue. That's kind of what's happened over the last couple months.
You should start doing a cover charge at the door.
We've had people that have been on the show in the past, and we always kind of had this attitude where we were like, you know what, we have them on the show once. That's probably good. But now there's people who are on like, this time a year ago, and they're like, they call me back and they say, well, I've been in Montreal for the last 4 months. Can I come on in the spring and debut my new stuff? And it's like, well, yeah, of course. So it's kind of cool that it's kind of turned into, almost a venue. People are talking more about it now, and people are wanting to come on it repeatedly when they have new material. And we've really infiltrated the Regina talent pool. We've had a lot of people coming down from Regina. It's pretty much been Saskatoon, Regina for the last 2 months.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, can't wait to see what's coming in 2010.
It's going to be awesome.
It will be awesome.
Awesome.
One of the most awesome things this entire year, you put together a fantastic montage when you were celebrating episode 50. I say we should leave the people with a little taste of that.
The people with episode 50?
Yeah.
I did an entrance after too, which we're not going to show, but I did hip hop abs for like 3 months gearing up for that. It was good times.
All right, here it is. Happy
episode
New Year,
50.
everybody.
Woo! Montage.
Jay, Brynn, Curtis, thanks.
Make sure you check out Strip Down this week.
Wait a minute.
Rapid tornado of questions.
Ricasso!
Coming all the way from the Queen City.
This week, Strip Down goes green.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jiminy.
The last Saskatchewan performance.
Stripping me down.
All the way from Crake, Saskatchewan.
Tommy John.
He's a friend of Arms Up.
That's my cake.
There's the first shot of the night. Keep it going.
Basically, you're saying you're better than
Sit down and play your instruments.
Jay Sempto.
They'll bring the party. All you got to do is show up.
Mary Catherine.
The Strip Down Christmas All-Stars.
One more song, buddy.
Jay.
Doctor, you give me peace of pain, but the pain for me. They make everything so great. You deserve so much praise, deserve so much praise.
Hello, my name is Brynn, and I have Bryn's Catering Company in Saskatoon. And actually, I've been catering in Saskatoon for 20 years now. And I thought I'd do a couple of real quick appies for you that you could use during the Christmas season, because we know that we get unexpected guests besides elves and Santa. So I thought we'd do a couple of real quick ones. We're going to do one with asparagus, and I know everybody's thinking, where are you going to get asparagus? Well, actually, asparagus is available all year round now in the grocery stores. So, as you know, when you take asparagus, you always just sort of bend it, and it breaks to where it needs to. So we're going to take some of these asparagus and break them off. I love asparagus. It's so pretty. And plus, it's making me think that it's warm outside when it's not. So we've got this lovely asparagus. So we're going to put this, we got some water that's boiling. I don't put salt in my water. And I'm going to throw this asparagus in really quickly. So we're just going to blanch it a little bit. What we're going to do with the asparagus is we're going to take the greatest ham in the world. Like, I mean, this is like, for me, this is Christmas, and it's prosciutto. So we're going to take a couple of really nice slices of prosciutto, and it's always cut super, super thin. So we're going to take a couple of slices of prosciutto, and really, sorry, no substitutions. Prosciutto is prosciutto. They're so good. So, so good. So, we're going to take a couple of slices of prosciutto like this. Our asparagus. Oh yeah, it's ready. So we're going to take the asparagus out, and we're going to put it on the paper towel just to get rid of that water. Look how pretty it is. Green. Beautiful. So if you can resist eating it immediately, we're going to put it in. So we're going to get some Boursin cheese. So it's kind of like a herb cheese. It's really, really decadent and rich and yummy, very yummy. So we're going to get some Boursin, and we're going to take some of this Boursin and we're going to smear it on the prosciutto like this. Now this appetizer you can make way earlier, and we'll just put it in the fridge because it's served cold. And then you could serve it with you could take some mayonnaise and some Dijon mustard and mix the two together, and then you could have that as a dip, and you can have this beautiful platter with all this prosciutto wrapped asparagus and a little bowl of mayonnaise with Dijon in it, and serve that with cocktails. Of course, we have to have cocktails. So we got the little asparagus there. We're just going to roll it up. Now I do this like this because I'm going to cut it right here. So I've got one. And then I'm going to do it again. There's another one. You know, it's really, and always make extra, because while you're cooking, you should be eating. Always, always. Because the guests are going to love this so much that when you get to the dish, it'll be gone. So you got to eat some beforehand in the kitchen. There it is. Very simple. There goes my hat. So we've done our little prosciutto wrapped asparagus, but that's not enough to serve your guests. So